By midnight on the 10th of November 1918, Big Ben had been silent for 4 years and 3 months, while Britain was at war with Germany. 11 hours later, on Monday the 11th, the clock would strike again to announce the end of the greatest slaughter the world had ever known. On that day, the survivors and their families would be caught in cross currents of happiness, grief, and confusion. They would look back at a world that had gone forever and ask themselves what had happened to it and why.
November 11th, 1926, 92 years ago today. The day highway officials green-lighted plans for Route 66. Completed in 1928, the new road began in Chicago and stretched west more than 2,400 miles. In the 1930s, refugees from the Oklahoma Dust Bowl followed it to begin new lives in California, prompting John Steinbeck to christen it the Mother Road. The ensuing years brought restaurants and motels and attractions of every sort. It even had its own theme song, this version recorded by Nat King Cole.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
In the 1960s, Route 66 became a popular CBS series. But in time, the interstate highway system replaced Route 66.
There was a deceptive calm in Salisbury, capital of Rhodesia, on the day of UDI, the Declaration of Independence. Something had happened that was long expected, and the first reaction in business quarters, as well as among the ordinary people, was one of relief. The realists knew that the reckoning would come later. Hurriedly to number 10 came opposition leader Edward Heath and the Liberal leader Joe Grimman. They and most of their followers agreed that Mr. Wilson's attitude was the only one possible. The Foreign Minister Stewart, the Minister of Defence Dennis Healey, and all other members of the government backed the Prime Minister to the hilt. Paymaster General George Wigg, Commonwealth Relations Secretary Arthur Bottomley had accompanied the Premier to Rhodesia, and now Mr. Wilson was going to the House of Commons. He had a sad but necessary duty to perform, to declare UDI illegal.
Monsieur Yasser Arafat, président de l'autorité palestinienne, est décédé à l'hôpital d'instruction des armées Percy à Clamart le 11 novembre 2004 à 3h30.